It's been a day and a half of very intensive discussion. We've reviewed the structures of our report. We've identified what we consider to be the 6 or 7 key issue areas that we want to deal with. And we now have a program for going away, rewriting the initial draft, taking account of the issues that we want to deal with. Over the next couple of months, we're going to be gathering evidence around these issues as well. We will be getting a complete second draft of the report by the end of July, early August, that will be then distributed to all the commissioners, who will have their opportunity to make comment, suggestions, amendments, for when we meet again in Warwick in September, when we would expect to have a more or less final draft, and hopefully we'll agree on our recommendations. After that September meeting, there'll be some final redrafting. Then there'll be the preparation of the document itself, and the publication of the document. And then in October, we're actually taking the report, the Warwick Commission, to Delhi. The purpose of this is twofold. One, the university is celebrating or making an activity to celebrate 60 years of Indian independence. The idea is that the Commission shall be the cornerstone of this. So we will have in Delhi a seminar and a roundtable discussion with maybe 20 or 30 of India's major trade policy specialists. This is very important to us. We need a reality check from specialists, and the Indian trade policy community, given the increasing size and importance of the Indian economy in the global economic context, means that this will be a fairly interesting test of the strength and the utility of our recommendations. Following that, there will be a public seminar or public event with maybe 100, 150 senior members of the Indian public policy community, some Warwick alumni, at which the Vice-Chancellor will preside, and Pierre Pettigrew, the Chair of the Warwick Commission, and myself will say a few things about the Commission's report and activities, and hopefully we'll have a keynote speech by Kamal Nath, the Indian Minister for Commerce, who is effectively the Indian Trade Minister. Well, after Delhi, we prepare for the formal launch of the report at the World Trade Organization in Geneva in the first week of December. After that, our strategy is basically to disseminate the results of the Commission of Inquiry as widely as we can, and we've got a number of ways of doing that. In January, late January or early February 2008, for example, we're going to hold a joint conference with the Confederation of British Industry, the CBI. We think, on the basis of our discussions in Toronto, that this is a very interesting and innovative and potentially quite important report. We do all have to agree to it and sign on to it, and that will take place in September. Then, of course, the question is the degree to which we're successful in getting our ideas across into the policy community. The degree to which it's going to be important or not will depend on a number of things, not the least of which is what happens in the current round of world trade negotiations, the so-called Doha round, which by December we will know whether there has been a successful conclusion to the round or whether the round in actual fact has failed. Now, from our point of view, either outcome does not diminish the strength of the report, because our recommendations are geared to how we reform the world trade system, even in the event of a successful outcome of the Doha round, which is only going to be a limited set of achievements anyway. But if the round were to fail, and we don't want that to happen, but if it were to fail, then some of the recommendations in our report might actually be a lot more important than if the round comes through. So these kinds of factors will determine how successful we are.